Alright, generals. It's time for the stream. Are we ready for the stream, sirs? We ready? Because we got a little show prepared. Itty bitty show. Because we're gonna look at this beautiful year that has passed. And see how well it's done for us. So, let's just see if anyone wants to, anyone wants to join? Let's see. Alright. Just wait a minute. Just wait a little minute. And so, this year, well, has been such a freaking mess. But very few, light spots that even though it's Christmas, well, gonna be a lot of darkness, unfortunately. So that's how it is. Okay. Yes, everything is going as planned, I believe. Right? Alright, generals. So, let's begin. Yep, there we go. So, the first question, the beginning of the year, of course. We go all the way to the beginning of the year. And what is the beginning of the year? Don't we remember what's in the beginning of the year? Oh, yes, it's this thing. Oh, dear. The beginning of the year, people are a bit agitated, it seems, because a little bit, the year before, something they didn't like happened. And so here we are. Right? Here we are. On that fateful day. A very fateful day. A huge crowd of boomers, they rose up. They did a minor tremor, it seems. Something made them rise up. So, unfortunately, they rose up very convenient level. Very convenient indeed. You can see all this activity going on. All these people waving their flags and going around, and maybe they break a few things here and there. But, what did they really accomplish? Zero! Nothing! Absolutely nothing was accomplished. What did they accomplish for the other side, though? Oh, well, the entire year, well, certainly the first few months of the year, you've been around the internet. You've been hearing what? What have you been hearing all that time? Oh yeah, about this thing. You've been hearing about this thing for the entire year. That's what's been going on, right? So, that's what you get from this thing, right? Perfect propaganda ammo. Perfect. That's excellent. And then it still continues till today with the freaking trying to do the little commission. It's never ending. So that's the start of the year. The whole, right? It set the tune for the year. But something you may learn from this is that really it is a microcosm of everything that's constantly keeps happening to us. Because people in the end up half-assing every single operation, just like this one. Well, it also was infiltrated, whatever, but in the end, a lot of half-assing goes on. Right? So much activity, but if the activity doesn't get, pushed all the way to the end, the fruits are nothing. Right? Absolutely nothing. It ends up being more of a masturbatory activity, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of fun, rather than a serious political enterprise. That's what the year begins with. That's the beginning of the year. And of course, to top it all off, because it's not bad enough, it isn't bad enough at all. Okay, one of the well, I don't know if it's a boomer, but one of the patriots, which decides to sneak into that citadel of corruption, gets stumped by Guar. We look into the creature's history, and well, it's kind of a degen, kind of. So yes, that's the kind of people who leading the front lines on this. And then we wonder why on earth are people not, taking it as seriously as they should. But they don't take their own lives serious. Okay? They don't. They don't even take their life seriously. So, that's the first step. But what about the next? Well, we got Trump, right? We got Trump, and maybe he'll go back. Just maybe. So, the question is, should you vote? Well, the Americans have this graph to deal with. So, if you're American, you want to vote, you gotta pay heed to this, because that's what you're voting for. Either you're gonna get directly, penetrated, or they're gonna hold you down. That's what voting's gonna give you. Right? Most generals would agree with this at this point, I'd say. Those who have been paying attention. Right? And it doesn't, by the way, matter. Last year's whole thing. It doesn't matter if you think what's legitimate or not. It doesn't change the game. Stay the same. Right? And really, look at voting and the demographics. You're either gonna be overwhelmed by the sheer numbers they're gonna just, pump into the whole thing, or they're gonna play the game. They're gonna make the game a little bit more to their side, So those are the two options you have. Not very heartening, I'd say. Your morale is not gonna rise very much if you're thinking about, how do I win this game? Right? And not to mention the fact that even before this, didn't we get our way? Didn't we get our favorite Blumpy on? Everyone rejoiced, everyone clapped, everyone applauded. Yes, we got. Finally, it's a turn of the tide. We're finally turning the tide. And what do you get? Well, the direction of things remain unchanged. I mean, maybe slowed down, maybe. Right? But even then, in some ways it accelerated, and it got us to the point that we're at now, right? That's the thing. That's the thing we have to deal with. Here we got, of course, outside of America. We got yes. Outside of America, we have a few hopefuls. In France, you got Zemmour. You got a few guys in New Zealand. Maybe some activity there in Germany, perhaps, or in Italy, or in Brazil. The few hopes outside there of America. Right? But, again, is it really gonna go anywhere? Who knows? Again, another win years ago outside of America. Brexit. Wow, Brexit, we won. Yay! Where did that go? It got freaking, it pretty much got swallowed. It got absorbed. They absorbed that shock. That's pretty much what happened. Unfortunately. It's just how it is. So, yeah. And of course, this Spencerino, he doesn't like Zemmour. Zemmour's one of them, by the way. So that's another thing, right? One of them is, those are the people you kind of have to vote for. And of course, going about the freaking Gargamel. But anyways, besides that, there's other things. A little bit more hopeful development. One of which is this, for example. So, a little Kirk boy. Although Kirk is probably just riding the tide, but still, it seems like the tide is kind of moving to our side a little bit. So, maybe there's some hope. And so, this is a response to, and I'm gonna go a little bit further. I mean, if you saw the Twitter compilations, you probably saw this. Or you were in this particular obscure part of Twitter. We had kiddos gets run over by a creature, and Yeah, this was his response. And that is a quite heartening response. I'd say, the morale rises when you see this. It's like, hey, at least this guy is willing to take it that far. But never forget, this is just rhetoric. What you want to see now is action. What are you gonna do based on this? What are you gonna do, bro? Are you just gonna talk like you have done for the last 5 years? Or really, just say this, but then when you go do your TPUSA crap, let's go talk about the colorblind utopia and how we all MLK said this and blah 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 blah. I'm gonna go back to all that and actually act on that, but not act on this. Well, yeah. And so the final thing of course, going a little bit back, is yes, Trump. Who is the only people who still trust Trump? It's friggin' Q. Not the only people who trust Trump. It's Q. They're going BitChute. Trump is gonna 40 chess us out of this. Look, bros. When I see it, I'm gonna be like, okay. But until then, no. Until then, you're a boomer schizo. Okay? That's just how it is. Like, I gotta see results. And I'm not seeing any. Right? I mean, they're constantly saying that, it's gonna change, man. Come on, it's gonna change. But nothing has changed in the last 5 years. Absolutely nothing. Actually, it changed for the worse, I guess. That's what you got. I mean, 2021 is really the culmination of this process of this pathway just going to nowhere. Right? All these promises that were given in 2015, in 2016, guess what? Either those promises or whatever that was good for the establishment, those went true. You know which one I'm talking about, to give aid to that poor little country, the Middle East, the only democracy, the Middle East, that went true. That went true completely. But anything else, they either successfully resisted, right? They successfully managed to block it. He relented on it. Or Sniffy came afterwards and dismantled it. Like the wall. The fence, rather, really. So all that effort destroyed. All that effort is completely gone. Right? All that effort has been put to naught. That's how it is. And you know what's the policies that are gonna be, are gonna remain? Where's the policies that will be most enduring? It's just freaking the policies he did in the last part of his administration, the last year. And you know what it is? It's the pointy things that they're trying to get on you, right? They're trying to get these pointy things to your skin. That is a policy that is going to remain enduring from him, for sure. That's the most enduring policy from the God Emperor, right? So, speaking of that policy, this is what Trump has given to us. I'm not even sure if we can even present this way. Sorry, man. Come on, man. Just give us a chance, okay? But yeah, in the last 2 years, it's been a complete journey, right? Complete journey. In the beginning, complete hysteria, one side. Then, things changed, and suddenly people are 180 degrees different. And then the other side went 180 degrees different as well. Maybe some parts of that is contrarianism. Other parts are just the data changed. Whatever. That's what happened in the last 2 years. I mean, we don't even remember. Most people don't even remember what the hell they were thinking 2 years earlier. And the only people who probably saw it from the very beginning were people who made this. That was the beginning. Yeah, that was the beginning. And so now we have the next thing. The next thing, of course, is, should we really intervene at this point? I mean, it's been talked about for ages, forever. We've been talking about this again and again. And in the end, I mean, really, at this point, we should just let it go. When there's new stuff about this thing, we should respond and you should do something. And when they're aiming their crap directly at us, you should respond. But other than that, it should be just ignored. Like it's not a whatever. It's been played. They don't have to repeat the same damn things we all know again and again. Okay, come on, generals. Come on, generals. Let the guinea pigs do what they have to do. Just let them do. Now, another thing that I don't know how many people would have even known, but this happened this year, I believe, 10 months ago, I think. Very early in the year again. So, Mr. Bond, this is free speech, right? This is free speech in Europe. Mr. Bond makes these edgy Wignat raps. And for that, he was arrested in Austria. Yes. So, you can see the persecution is going to increase. Yeah, free speech is going to be encroached more and more. That's just how it is. And in Australia, you see also other people getting, hit on. So that's another thing. And you have the boomers getting hit on in America. Right? If you have anonymity, if your anonymity shield is intact, then you can be more open. If it's not, you gotta be a little careful, because they're gonna be able to more easily pinpoint you to launch a direct attack. Pay attention. And a lot of people are in a cell. A lot of people in a cell. And if you're not in a cell, you should be freaking grateful for that, okay? You should be grateful that you're not in a stinking cell. Right? You're not in a goddamn cell. That is what you should, be grateful of. You're not in a damn cell. You're able to celebrate Christmas, hopefully with your family. You're not freaking alone. Be happy of that. Because not everyone has that freaking right these days. Right? Not everyone has the ability to celebrate the Christmas with their family. Because they've been fighting on the front lines against this tyranny, and they paid the price for it. Like him, right? And a lot of others have not been hit directly, but rather have been hit on the internet. Well, directly instead physically. They have been hit on the internet. Right? Like, for example, very recently, what is it, a week ago at most? Even JF got banned off Twitter. Now, yes, a lot of people don't give a damn because he did his Discord mass banning things. A lot of people are seething about that. But, fact is, even if he gets banned, well, that's something. I'm not sure if it was early. I think it was earlier in the year, or at least late last year. We saw a mass banning of like Molly Meme, Spencer Reno, Jared Taylor. A whole bunch of host people got banned off YouTube. Quinn Toyd got banned off Twitter as well. A little taco man has been banned by Twitter, his favorite platform. So you can see they're rolling, right? They're rolling. And at this point, most generals have either created their own platforms or have simply hit to BitChute, Odyssey, that place. Right? That's what's going on. That's really what's happened. Now, on the repression side, however, there's some good news. Like, last month, 19th November, I even remember it, Kyle got not guilty. So your self-defense, but that's a defensive action though. And that's not an offensive action. It's not like you gain ground. You prevented them from gaining ground. That's what happened there, okay? You prevented them from setting a precedent of, oh, you can't defend yourself, you get attacked by these lunatics. So don't get it twisted. But still, that's like, at least we can hold the ground, right? On the other side, there's the police. You had this woman, the taser cop, got found guilty, and now the cops are probably gonna go shitting themselves because holy crap, man, we can get put in prison for this shit. Oh dear, how are we gonna do our job now? How are we gonna do our jobs? Well, they ain't, and the carjackings are gonna get up and up and up, uppity uppity, right? So yes. But speaking of which, let's go to a favorite topic. What is the favorite topic? Our little taco boy that we just discussed. He got banned from Twitter. It's a favorite topic because, you just look at him and he's always gonna say something new that makes you go, come on, man. Come on, man. It's funny. Very funny, I'd say. No, it's very amusing to watch his gaffes and his behavior. It's been a long way since the Groiper Wars. This was it's so long ago, right? The Groiperino Warriors. That's where he gained a peak of popularity, right? Everyone's looking at it. Wow, look at that, man. They launched a strike against Deep USA. Yeah, he's making inroads into GOP. But this year, with the decline of Trump, yeah, he has declined. They've also declined, right? They've also declined. Like, attention to him has dropped. It's just how it is, right? That last peak was really Groiper Wars. And so, all you have left of him at this point is stuff like this. This is what you have left of him, right? From the Groiper Wars to this. Yeah, that's just how it is, eh? The decline. The steep decline. Peak optics, I suppose. Peak optics. How did it work for you, champ? No, didn't really work for you, did it? Not at all. Speaking of optics, let's look at this optics. So this is like a characteristic of their group. But wait, that Brosev account is gone, so that's Twitter again. But don't worry, we have it saved, okay? So these fucking people. So this is optics moment. Like, this is how much it degenerated. So obviously, you don't attack this group of people unless you really have to. Okay, you don't attack it because the Wignats don't gonna look at it like you're like siding with blacks over whites, and the conservatives are gonna see it you attacking innocent children and their family values. Man, come on, man. The Childerinos are important in our family values. So you're attacking these two groups. You're making these two groups not like you, and the other side already hates you, so you're not gonna get any brownie points with them, right? So. Yeah, and I get it. Maybe they're gonna do horror shit in the future, but they still haven't. And again, optics, man. So yeah, I think before this though we had AFPAC 2 and the whole thing that happened there, right? AFPAC 1 I think was last year, and this is AFPAC 2, I believe. Well, Who knows? It's been a long year, you know? I believe it was this year. Early in the year, yes, I remember. February. Yeah, halfback too. And, well, he got a congressman on, but okay. Big deal. That came at the price of a schism, a whole bunch of stuff coming out, taking a risk to begin on top of it. I want to say that's very good strategic decision making from him. I mean, look, when you make a decision, you have to pay attention to the fact that those people who are supporting you, your comrades, right? Let's say some of your comrades are like, don't do this. If you do this, right, I'm not gonna support it. Now, you can either just, okay, whatever. You can stay, but, hey, not a problem. Or you can do what they did, which is like, oh, you don't want to support this particular action, we're gonna kick you out. Oh, no. You gotta support every single action of ours. Like, that doesn't work. It does not work. Okay? You end up, that's adding up to the price of doing the event, of doing the activity. Right? You're making it more expensive for your organization to do the activity because it costs you manpower, which is so rare. It costs you a leader character. It costs you that. That's so rare in this world, in this time. It's so rare to find a leader character. How many leader characters are there? Very few. So imagine sacrificing one. For what? For nothing. For no gain. But you gain from sacrificing this guy. Nothing. I mean, you didn't even have to sacrifice the guy in order to, get what you wanted. This is the type of action that makes people not want to take him seriously because it's like, come on, it's drama, it's petty. You too easy. You fall too easily to drama, and that's something the right wing really has a big problem with. We have a really big problem with the drama stuff. Any slight thing, immediately, oh, we gotta start kicking people out. All this stuff instead of just, hey, we are talking the same language, right? We all know the same code. We can just use diplomacy. But no. No. Although I do like this picture. I really love this picture. It's my favorite picture of the entire event. So it was kind of worth it just for this picture, to be honest. Kind of was. Now, the year before that, there was a corporatarian thing. That was not as bad as this. Okay? So, hey, at least it wasn't that bad. But still. Now, this is a bit older as well, but you see, this is the image you get every time that you think about this guy. This is the image you get, okay? This is the freaking image you get. Can't really take him seriously. Just can't. Okay. I saw throughout the year, like, yeah, the stuff they say, you know. It's just, it's not fitting for what he wants to be. He wants to be a serious political actor. But yet he's just an immature man-child pestering people. That's what he is. Right? On streams, he goes about trick and, oh, I want to do trick and treating. I want to be a kid again. Right? Look, if you want to be a serious political actor, you can't be saying that. You cannot be saying that. Okay? It's just how it is. You cannot say stuff like that. That'll make people think that you're just, you know, not taking it seriously. And that's a serious problem for a leader. These days, people want leaders that take things seriously. And then, of course, the takes on a whole bunch of things like guns and etc. People do not like that. So they just end up alienating more people. You know, that's what he did. And, well, next year, look, it's very unlikely that he's gonna listen to anything. He never listens to criticism unless it comes from Mr. Pokemon Card Man. He never listens to criticism, but really, act seriously. Start being serious. That's what you have to do. Stop saying dumb stuff. Stop doing dumb stuff. Stop wearing this shit anytime in public. Stop flip-flopping. And maybe you'll recover. Just maybe you'll recover. But now, the final thing, of course, is, so I very rarely look around in the right wing. I mean, besides Fuento, it's just so amusing. It's so amusing to watch. But, you know, there's a whole host of other people in this sphere. A whole host of other people. And so, do we sometimes pay attention? Sometimes, but not really. The only chance that we get to actually pay close attention to the whole assortment of people is Millennial, which is very festive, right? So I've watched a little bit and a few reports the fellow generals have brought, and oh dear, not very good reports I've seen or gotten. Okay, it kind of gives you more information on why things are not going well, right? Why things are not going well? Well, it's because these people are just, they're kind of low. Very low, I'd say. Very lax morals. Very lax. It's a combination of low morale and low morals, really. Low morale because, well, I mean, you can't really have high morale these days. I mean, what are you gonna do? Trump is gonna change everything. That's the only way you're gonna have high morale these days. But that's combined with, usually when you have low morale, it's the discipline, right? The discipline part is strengthened in order to compensate for that. But that's not the case at all. It's the discipline, the morals are just as weak as the morale. So there's no saving grace, right? I mean, you know, really, you would think that a right-wing series will not have race mixing, but that was present. That was present. So, what this makes it clear is the failure of our forces to make any headway whatsoever is really because of ourselves. Not the freaking, not the enemy, just the enemy. Oh, the enemy is keeping us down. No, it is ourselves. The people who are promoted to high level, to leadership positions by the mass, right? By the troops. They promote these guys to high positions. But what is the end result? What is the end result? Incompetent leadership. And I've seen this. I've seen the comments of like, yes, but oh, come on, man. I mean, if we don't elevate these people, there will be nobody to elevate, right? We'd have even less people, and it's like, well, that's a problem. That's an intrinsic problem, isn't it? Because really, if you think about it, like the people who are not heavily affected by the or heavily victims of the current system, why would they care? Why would they, change? Why would they go through all the pain that this particular corner of the internet has to go through? You could just take the normal path, right? A particular group of people will take this path. It's a very particular group of people who take this path, and just put any standards on them, they're gonna go. They're gonna leave. It's gonna be over. So we need the final thing is, of course, we need to work more seriously. We need to work on ourselves, improve, clear out the mess. And there's twofold strategy, of course. One is clean your room, bucko, but in that case, like freaking the entire movement cleans your room. Or if you have connections, then you do it directly. You become one of the lobbyists. Those are the two strategies, right? Clean the room, or you yourself, if you are actually, not dirty, then you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna drag myself down with these other people. I'm gonna go on my own path and directly try to grasp the levers. It is very well possible that through the working together of these two groups, the people who directly grasp the levers and the mass movement people, that we could get momentum going, right? Because what you end up with is the people who are grasping the levers get a certain level of legitimacy from the mass support that's expressed below. So if you can get that combination going, yes, you could get somewhere. But again, people have to take it seriously. Okay, people take it seriously. Otherwise, why should anyone take it seriously? If you who believe that the world's gonna end if you don't do something, don't take it seriously. The people who don't really think that won't even care. They won't even care. So that is the message for this year. That's what we've had to learn this year. More and more we learn this year, right? Every year we gotta learn more and more. Because the enemy is learning more and more. And we gotta catch up. We gotta really catch up. It's not a game. It's not like a money grab. This is not a amusement park type of situation. It's not like you're the attractions in an amusement park and someone just walks through and oh wow, look at those attractions. Yeah, that's what it is, right? When you walk down the hallway of the movement, it's like an attraction park. Bunch of weird, or a circus, a bunch of weird freaks are, trying to tell you about, I don't know, what you should think, what you should do. Really generals. Do you expect people to follow that? Nah. So yeah, that's first section is done. So let's open it up. Let's open it up, generals. Let me get my stuff going. All right. Yep. And let's. All right, let's see here. Okay, generals, it's time. We're gonna be blabbering about shit, okay? Hmm. Come on, generals, come on. We're in the VC now. Yeah, we're in the VC now, okay? Is this properly done? I think, right? Yeah. Anyways. That is the end, okay? And it's been very... You know, you wish that it could be more happy. You know, it could be happier ending. But there isn't really much to go about, right? Kyle? Is that all we have? Yeah, pretty much. All we have is Kyle. So, that is it. Right? That is indeed it. Yeah. Let's see. No, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, the people wanna. You see, that's what we're doing all day, man. We're playing games all day. Right? Playing games all day, half-assing. That's what it is. That's characteristic of how we are, right? General.
Hello there, sir.
No, let me set it up properly. Not too loud. Sir, what do you think? Are we ending the year well?
Well, it certainly was better than last year, I think. Like, I mean, in right-wing terms, because there was the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, which was a small victory, you know.
Yeah. One thing.
So that was like a glimmer of hope, but yeah, we still are. We still have a long way ahead of us.
Yeah, so I mean, a long way with our own, really. Like the pathway begins inside, then we make it outside. It's gonna take forever. At this point, I mean, again, we saw the race mixing weird.
Yeah.
The race mixing, even we can't even get that down. The race mixers problem. Keep that under control. That should be easy.
Yeah, if anyone watches this stream, you should avoid this year's millennial. You know, the thing by millennial woes. I mean, for those that had the displeasure of watching it, it's basically like the same shit over and over again for 60 hours. And it's even like you're definitely not going to get any new information from watching it. You're only going to get like black pills. You're gonna get black pilled at looking at the state of the right wing. Yeah, just trust me. You can watch like a couple of episodes and you'll know what I mean. Trust me.
Yeah, 1 hour conversation about the vax, like the thing, you know, never ending 40 hours. You might become an expert on it, but I don't know, man. I think we're already experts on it. I don't think we need to update our knowledge anymore. Because there's no update anyway. What new are we learning? Nothing. Yeah. In 2 years,
yeah, there's nothing concrete anyway. It's not concrete. It's like theories. Oh, dude, I heard this by this German scientist, and I heard this by this doctor. Like, okay, man, but it's kind of hearsay. It's kind of very weak.
Yeah, that is true. The studies are still ongoing. Again, my standard is in 5 years. I want to see what happens 5 years. If we don't have a mass aid, you know, attack, then you know we would consider, okay, maybe this thing is it's not a high risk thing, you know. The certainty is starting to increase. To get some experience with this weird thing.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to kill off like 30% of them. Like, even if it kills off like 0.1%, that's still fucked up. Like, that's still more than the thing. Let's not mention it. The dangerous
Yeah, unicorn is forehead likes to call it.
flu that's going on.
Yeah, the unicorn. It's a beautiful, beautiful name for it. Very creative, I say. Well, I mean, that's been the other part of the year, I guess. Watching Forehead go through a meltdown. That's
Yeah, this year was, I think, definitely better than the last one in many ways. Like, the content was better. Last year we had the fucking same shit for months. The fucking Black Lives Matter, fucking animals rioting, the my danger, the healthy shot. Okay, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But there's also many other things. Like there's W's for the right wing, Kyle Rittenhouse. Kind of a W that a guy in France who's a Jew is rising, like who's a nationalist, I guess, kind of.
Oh wait, I see Banjot in the chat.
People hating on Biden, like everyone fucking hates Biden, and they tell him to go fuck himself whenever they see a journalist. They say, "Let's go, Brandon." I think like there's an energy manifesting, so it's a more right wing world than it was like last year, I think.
Well, I don't know. And the Charlie Kirk shit is like also a little bit of a explicitly saying white.
Yeah.
They didn't used to say that, right? Nobody used to dare say white at all. Like that was taken out. But now it's like, you can actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know. Again, I you gotta see more action. We haven't seen action yet, so I'm not convinced yet of the upward. And that's a
Hey, 1 second and I'll be back. Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably go for. I don't want to make it too long because my internet is gonna get fucking drilled. It is getting drilled. Yeah, I'll go for 3 more minutes before my internet fucking flattens. Yeah. I'm Banjon. Banjon's watching. Well, that's interesting. He's actually looking around. But yeah. That's a situation that we have had for the last. Yeah. All summarized quite neatly. Yeah, also, nothing, well, for me, I mean, this year has been a bit interesting because the year before I started going on YouTube, uploading there, but then early this year I was like, you know what? It began because of the rules became more and more annoying, and I'm like, the rules are way too annoying. Because even though BitChute has less people, I'm gonna be able to do better on it because at least I can say something. Fucking YouTube, I mean, at YouTube it's only if I do a gaming channel or something I would do YouTube and these streams because BitChute is so still potatoey, and it doesn't actually allow you to have streaming. They're still working on that. They said they were working on it anyway. God knows what happened. God knows what happened indeed. But yeah. The streaming is the only thing that really gets YouTube to get a leg up at this point. And also, and this thing I miss, analytics and streaming. Being able to see the whole thing, see where views come from, that helps, but it's more worth it to be able to get views.
Okay, I'm back. So, what were you saying, sir?
Yeah, that right now it's been like a BitChute only posted on BitChute. Yeah, pretty much since March, I think. I don't know. So
Let's
that's it.
see what else happened this year. Like, what other events am I missing?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't remember. It has been a lot of events for sure. But the problem is that because so much of our memory has been attached to particular strings for events, you forget the other ones. Like, as your brain is dominated by this damn pointy thing all year. The pointy thing dominates, right, your thoughts the whole year. You don't gotta remember the small stuff. Small stuff that passes the radar. Oh, you saw a tweet about it. Oh, oh yeah. Who cares? Like, that's nothing, right? That's in the end absolutely nothing compared to what you're facing. So you just forget, and that's something we face, right? So you only remember Kyle because what, that went for like a week, no, even more, right? Because Kyle is actually from the previous year, so Kyle goes
that
on
was
for
a big victory. I mean, that's why I remember it.
Yeah, but
and
also
it's still going.
Yeah, but also it's like the victory again. You have to be careful though, because the victory it's a defensive victory, so it's like they didn't utterly roll your line type of victory. It's not like, oh, you gain ground or you prevent them from gaining ground. That's what the victory is. So you don't want to be in that position where freaking not having your enemy take a huge amount of ground is the victory. Right? We don't want that. We want that to be like a stalemate. Like, okay, we managed to repel one of their offensives. That's what you want, right? But we're in such a bad situation of like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best we can hope for. Like,
Yeah,
at least try to defend the line a bit longer.
Yeah, but it's just decline. Line.
Come on and hold the line. We can't surrender.
It reminds me of the. Remember what's it called again? That's the Major Killer Green with his hold the line pack. Was it was it that one or was it the other one? The weird like German sounding name. Which one is it? One of them had the hold the line pack.
Bobert. Lauren Bobert.
No, it was the other one. The German sounding name. I don't remember. Again, it's been like a year ago, so it's like I'm not paying attention to these people anymore. I don't give a damn about these people anymore.
Well, also, wait, I mean, in 2021, let's not forget.
I remember.
Yeah, as you said, the big event, January 6th, right? Like, that's also a very big event.
Yeah, it was the beginning. Yeah, but, you know, that dominated as well, I guess. It set the tune for the year.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a historical event. Like,
historical.
Like, depending on how things go, like, it may be relevant in the future also. Like, you never know.
It was the first time that the citizens dare challenge the state. Dum dum dum.
I mean, yeah, it could very well be like the beginning of the end. I mean, that's very hopeful, but just saying, like, it could happen.
Yeah, the boomers just try again, but this time harder. Maybe they'll get somewhere this time.
Well, maybe they, like, not even harder. They could just try this time, because the last time it wasn't even an attempt. It was just a stroll through the capital. I mean, if they actually try, who knows, sir, what can happen? I mean, I wouldn't advocate for that, of course, but I'm just saying.
Sorry, it's a hypothetical. We're scientists here. Yeah, science, man. We're doing science. Don't shut down the science, okay?
Yeah, I want to do a study, like what would be the long-term effects of boomers, like actually trying to raid the capital. Like, what would that mean for America? I'm just doing a study. It's not anything sinister, you know.
Yep, it's not sinister at all.
Because we heckin' love science first and foremost here.
Sure, it's political science, okay? We're political scientists here, discussing the ramifications of the action on the 6th of January. That's what we're doing. Very scientific here.
Yeah. Let me look through the memes. Maybe. Oh yeah, another event is like that's a kind of. I mean, you can say black pill or white pill depending. The fucking Twitter cack, the CEO resigns. I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of a historical event. Also, it could be in the beginning of the end for like white people holding positions of power. Like maybe we'll see them stepping down one at a time and being replaced by a different kind of people.
Well, they've taken over a lot of tech company slices, so yeah, they seem to be dominating at this point. And and he doesn't seem well. All the Groypers got destroyed, so I don't know. I don't know how to take that. Is that good or bad? Is the stone gonna roll over us or I don't know. Is it the Alex Jones moment, like attack the people nobody wants to defend first? I don't know. In the future, we'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, legit.
another event is like the infamous like interview that was remade 20 years after between James Mason and Bob Larson. That was kind of a thing. I mean, a smaller thing, but was a thing.
Wait, when was it? When was it remade?
It was like 1 month ago, I think.
Oh, I didn't
Maybe
even
two
realize
weeks
that.
ago.
I didn't even know why are people looking at Mason again? Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah, like that's why all those memes were created.
No. I
Where
thought
he's,
someone.
the ones where he's old now, not the original video.
Yeah, yeah, he's a grandpa now,
And,
uncle.
and it has some very nice quotes in that video. I'm just saying, if anyone watching this video wants to listen to it, it does have some nice quotes in there. I don't know if I can repeat them in here,
Yeah, you don't want to
but
repeat them.
you can go and watch the whole interview. It's like I think it's called something like Bob Larson and James Mason debate again, something like that. You can find it.
Yeah, we love it. A lot of people don't like him because the weird shit. The weird shit, You do that type of thing
Oh
that people like
yeah,
him.
yeah. There's weird shit about him. I don't know why every right winger needs to have weird shit in his past, but
Skeletons in the closet, but this one exposed it
yeah.
also. Yeah, why? What is wrong with these people? Come on, man. Mm. Come on, man. Why do you have to go for the teenagers? Leave them alone, okay? Come on, man. Sir, don't you know the enemy will use this against you, sir? There's the coon brain. Can't, can't resist, I guess. And that's the problem with the people anyway. Also the coomery. Coon braining around all the time. Really can't resist. Really can't stop that. Always have to be
Oh,
like,
it's also like another important event. I think is how like both sides are becoming even more radical. Like the anti-whites are becoming extremely anti-white. Like you can see this on Twitter, on tweets with Hassan. They just don't even pretend like they will just reveal their true self, their true hatred of white people now. Not even quoted in like, oh yeah, I hate racism and Nazis. No, they just mock white people now and they hate our race. That's the whole thing now.
come on,
And
cracker. Are you offended?
and
Come on, cracker.
and
You're not offended.
also on the other side, they like our side is also becoming radicalized. I mean, like with normies, they feel the stuff now too. So they are becoming more. How do you say this? Uh, they are starting to realize that like these people do hate them for the race. It's not because duh, like they hate me because I'm a right winger. They hate us for our freedoms or something. Yeah, no, they hate you because you're white, and that's it. And they are also using like terms like anti-white, which would be considered a very extreme right-wing term like a few years ago, right? Like everyone would quote it. Like you couldn't say this person is anti-white. You would say, "Oh, he's woke. He's playing identity politics." Like they would find ways to dance around the topic, and nobody would actually say the truth.
Yeah. And now, anti-white. I think it began with the critical race theory, where like, oh, these anti-white doing the critical race theory shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's also part of like blatant anti-white ideologies being enacted, and it's kind of a red pill for people. Like if you can't see it now, like if you can't see how they want to destroy you when they tell your children that your race is a disease and stuff, and that we need to eradicate whiteness, like what else would it take? I mean, if you're not red now, then what the fuck? Like you're never gonna get red.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's as I said, it's a culmination of several years. Since 2015, you've seen this motion towards this point. Yeah, the clone world age. Really what it is. Everything's been converging towards this point. Yeah. But I'm interested, man.
What the fuck is gonna happen the next year? The things are already escalating fast.
They're gonna try to force the remaining the small group of people who still resist the pointy things. They're gonna try to crush them. The people the interest probably gonna get like you're gonna the I guess the Gabs and the Bitch Shoots and the Odysseys are gonna get stronger probably as more people flee to them. So at least there's that. At least there's still the refuge. But as they get stronger, the enemy is gonna try to use the government to also deal with that. So it's not like kill a provider. There's the midterms to look at. So in the United States, who knows where that goes, and the elections in other areas. That doesn't turn the tide. That just slows it down. Like maybe you get someone who's more free speech. They're not gonna be as willing to like put these laws. They're gonna try to block laws that try to censor you. That's what's gonna happen. The other side's gonna become more extreme. The anti-white stuff is gonna become more. Well, it's gonna become more and more obvious than it even already is. But that could be a good thing, right? People are gonna see it directly, right? Directly, and that is it's a good thing. But it's an escalation, you know, just an escalation. It's like that, yeah. It's like the freaking racial wars. You know, the racial wars. The first fucking things are like this level. The next round is even higher, and so that's why you see the escalation on both sides. Both sides are gonna get more and more aggressive to invest the resources in the fight. I think that
and the thing is, like, what the fuck is America going to do? Like, okay, maybe they won't elect Biden, but what the fuck? Like, even fucking Trump is cocked as fuck. Everyone is like has realized that this man is not fit for anything. Like, he's not right wing, basically, almost not right wing at all. Like, it just says some meaningless platitudes. Like, it's kind of what Spencer said, that he says some fucking like tries to sound like your racist uncle at some times to gain votes, and then he just doesn't do anything. Like, it's just a meaningless fucking bait to trick you into voting for him. And then when he's actually in charge, he appoints Jewish judges. Not that this is a bad thing, of course. Saying it's bad, but
they're the best people, sir.
saying,
No problem.
yeah, they're the best people, but kind of weird. Like, why does every everyone in his cabinet have to be like a Jew, a warmonger, I don't know, a seal for Israel. No, kind of weird. I mean, you have like
Coincidence.
absolute power almost. I mean, you'd think it wouldn't be this bad, but it was. And now the last straw, like he's fucking sealing for the things. He's sealing for the boosty things even.
Yeah,
And
he took it.
it's such a joke, like the fallen state, the absolute state of this guy, like just trying to cope with the fact that, dude, the seed that you helped create like is going to destroy us all, and he copes by just, I don't know, ignoring reality
Mm.
and saying like no one ever dies from the stabby stab, and everyone is like, bruh, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that's not even if you believe in science, dude. Like that's not even a statement for those people. Like even they will recognize, yes, of course, people still die if they get this, but I mean, they're more protected or they die less, right? He says no one has died with this. Like,
Mm.
come on, man, give us a
Sir.
break.
Yes, sir. Come on. The number is 0. All right. No opinion.
Yeah, then, well, I mean, if no one dies, then why, like, do the official data registries have thousands of deaths caused by or with this? Okay,
Hmm.
like, I mean, do you not trust your own like government statistics or something? I don't get it.
Well, it's convenient. You trust it. Otherwise, no. That's all it is. Well, you'll
That's a
cope then.
disappointment. And now I remember the other CAC. Like every right winger supported this CAC, and he goes on Tucker Carlson and says, "Oh, Black Lives Matter, of course. I'm not opposed to Black Lives Matter. I was
Hmm.
just there, bro. Come on, man. You support them, but they will fucking kill you. Like if they had that happen, are you fucking kidding me? And you support them. Like, this is the state of the right wing mind. I don't know why. We fucking have so much love for our enemies. We fucking love them. I don't know why. Like,
Uh,
why? They fucking want
Christianity.
to kill you and you still love them. What the
It's alright.
fuck, man?
Didn't you see the first interview where the Bob Larson guy was like, "But we gotta love our enemies, dude. Gotta love our enemies. Come on, man." Literally, but I mean that's
Yeah,
probably affecting.
is that like the opposite of if you kill your enemies, they win? It's kind of related to that.
It's very similar.
Like,
Very
yeah,
similar.
it's similar. Like if you love your enemies, you win. Okay, you are the
Yeah.
winner here.
Yes, love will conquer. Even if it'll conquer your enemies. You just have to love them. That's the idea. Yeah, love them. It's
And
beautiful.
it's not like those people are like innocent or naive. That okay, I can understand having this position like maybe 5 years ago, but even Stone has made multiple like comics describing these people, like maybe trying to get them to wake up, like wake the fuck up. It's like, yeah, at least I wasn't racist, and the communists are pointing a gun at his head, like ready to execute him. Like this is the level we're at. They're gonna execute you soon. Mass executions soon, and you're fucking loving them. Are you kidding me?
Come on, man. You gotta love them.
Come on,
Maybe,
man.
maybe they'll just spare you if you love them enough. You know that your love aura will make the bullets like deflect. Yeah. Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't think that will work. They can try it, but
It
I
will
don't think it
bend
will work.
reality. FaceTime will be bent by your love aura. It's so strong.
Yeah, like these people can't even feel empathy. Like, have you fucking read? Like, has anyone read these people posts? Like, it's it's the most fucking psychopath shit ever. Like, all their whole ideology is like, oh yeah, well maybe like millions of people died, but yeah, it wasn't real socialism. Like that's what they'll say. Like that's when you will just be one small like number in the millions of dead that they will create. Okay, that's all you're going to be if you live in those people's society. They will never show remorse. They will never show anything close to that. Like they don't even care they killed millions, and they will never care.
Well, we've seen the charts, right? The charts of like okay, how much do you like inanimate objects? How much do you like animals? How much do you like humans? And you see the chart, right? The empathy or what they feel the most for is out there, right? It's in the outer areas. The inanimate objects is what they like the most. That's where the hotspot is. And humans, and not all, like very little actual empathy towards humans. All of it is pretty much towards the outer area where the inanimate objects. So with those people, I mean, so probably inanimate objects and probably I imagine abstract objects as well, probably. That's what they like. So they like their theory over people. Like they'll take the theory over people for sure, over humans for sure. And you see the same idea underlying the vegans, you know, same thing, right? The vegans love their little morality, their ethics, whatever, more than they like the humans, to the point where even if their morality, even their system, their theory is hurting humans, they don't care, because their empathy field is more for the objects, the systems, the things in their mind, rather than actual humans. Well, if for the right-wingers, it's the complete opposite. Interesting enough, you see the hotspot is around humans and close people, and it's less for objects and such. So that type of study will tell you why these people are just like that, you know? That's how it is. And you can't
Yeah,
really,
I don't think I've seen this study, by the way. I don't think I've seen it, but I can believe it.
yeah, it's a graph that's like weird graph that you show. Yeah, but it's amazing that
Also, yeah.
yeah, but also it is a matter of like this is the issue. Like the irony, there's a contradiction, because it's like we are usually like tough love, etc. Well, they're like the opposite. So it's like they're compensating. You know, well, what they say is one thing, what they actually feel is another. That's really what it is. But for us, it's kind of the same as well. Like it's more like when we talk about the issue, it will seem as if we're like them. We're on their part of the graph. But when we actually act, it's completely different. When actually the feeling is actually human oriented. They're the opposite. When they talk, it's always human oriented. But when they act and when they do the feeling, it's the system that they put forward. So you see this weird inversion of like the rhetoric. The rhetoric is completely inverted from the actual feeling and the actual, you know, I guess the systems they propose, or the love for the systems over people.
Yeah. I also thought of something like just now. It's like I'm thinking those people like literally kill their own babies. So, like, imagine what they can do to you if they are ever in power. Like, just imagine that they fucking murder their own babies. You think they will show remorse to you? Like, bruh, these are the fucking people who have to deal with. People who they even kill their own offspring. It's like crazy people, fucking crazy mads. That's what we have to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we even get here. I mean, infanticide. The thing, right? I mean, they're going to kill their own people. They're gonna spare you. But but the irony is they'll spare the animals. Okay, they'll kill you, but they'll spare the animals. So that's it's very curious. Not what you expected something like there to be. Oh, you like humans more, and then below, and then you think, oh well, if someone doesn't like humans, they don't like anything. But that's not how it works at all. It turns out they cannot like humans and yet like a whole bunch of other things. So those are the at least the psychologists. I mean, that's something that the psychologists are actually coming with that are okay. That seems to be the contribution that makes sense. Not the other insanity that they like to pump out as well, but okay. Seems to be something that we can make sense out of from these fields. I think that's more like neurobiology, probably neuroscience. I think because they scan the brain and stuff. So yeah, I don't think that's more like neuro. But I think that neuroscience is like the real science, and the psychology is the pseudoscience version. Like I will only take into account neuroscience really. Psychology is just they're just dumb theories that may or may not hold up. Neuroscience actually has data to back it up, so yeah, I think it's better to just go with that and go with the Jeff.
I think you need to go to therapy, dude. Come on, dude.
They're rapey.
You've seen that recent meme. Oh, dude, more men need to go to therapy. Just go to therapy. Yeah, let me go to literally the rapist. Literally, that's his name. And let him like give me fucking pills that will make my dick not work and commit suicide eventually because of how apathetic I've become. Yeah, let me go do that. Like what the fuck? That's probably the most fucking. It's one of the worst like fields regarding the doctor actually harming the patient instead of treating him.
Or causing the harm of others, because again, like the Kyle shit, Mr. Roseman, I don't know, Roseman was let free by these very same kind of people, these doctors let him free, and he ended up to the ground. So yeah, that's another plus for psychology.
Yeah, so it's even worse. Like, bruh, imagine that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, how could they let him free? It doesn't make sense. Like, don't they know? Like, you could see the guy and he behaves weird, right? I don't know. Maybe the time limit. Maybe they hit a time limit or something. I don't like. Maybe they have a limit to how long he can stay there. But then make sure that he can't like just go out in the streets. Like, do something. You can't just kick him out. Oh, we know he's crazy, but we'll just kick him out because whatever. We don't have the money, or whatever. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in general, yeah, as you have said, all that rehabilitation shit's probably fake. Probably like doesn't work 99% of the time, either in the in the prisons, either in the mental wards. Like, how the fuck is it supposed to work, anyways? Like, so a guy like that's based on the notion that all people are like equal, and this guy, I don't know, like was taught to murder and rape when he was a kid, and now we're gonna teach him, no, murder is bad, rape is bad, okay, and then he'll go out and not rape. Like, how fucking delusional is this fucking society that this is the main thing that we have to believe in. Like, what the fuck, man? How stupid does that sound? Like, it's clearly genetic. Like, the reason he fucking rapes and murders is clearly in his genes, and you can't change that. I mean, you can hardly change that shit. How are you gonna change it? Like, what he'll do is he will pretend he's reformed. That's literally what he'll do. He'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm totally I will never kill anyone else now. Yeah, just let me free, okay, and I will prove it to you. Come on, man, what a joke! What a fucking joke!
Well, but that's one side. The other side is the drugs, right? Just hit him with chemicals until he gets fixed. The problem with that though
Yeah,
is that
but that is like that's not what the fuck. Why would we want like such a person anyways? Like either way, he's fucked up. Like okay, so he's either gonna be a rapist or he's going to be a fucking zombie that like can barely function. Like what? I don't want this fucking depressed retard around me. Like I think that could probably be even more dangerous. Like have a guy that's fucking depressed from all the drugs and shit, and then he commits a mass shooting or something.
yeah, a lot of
I mean,
these
all those people were on drugs. Most of them who did
yeah
the school shootings and stuff. I think they
yeah
were prescribed Adderall, or not Adderall, like the other stuff. I don't know,
yeah.
maybe Adderall too, because they give that to everyone in America. So it's like drinking orange juice in the morning. So get
Yes,
Adderall.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's like Adderall Gate. I don't know. Adderall Gate. You need the energy, boy. The mind energy. That's what you need. Yeah,
Yeah.
such a. And you gotta pay for it too, huh? You gotta pay for these lunatics to, you know, get the treatment, and then you gotta pay when they do a disaster, when they do a mess. You pay with lesser security. You can't be as secure when you're out.
By like parents who were just fucking degenerate scam, and the mother just gave birth like while drinking alcohol, while smoking cigarettes, while she was like on drugs when she was 40 years old. So like she ensured that the ovaries were going to be the lowest quality imaginable. Like how, we need to measure all that shit too, because it's not just a random chance that someone is
Hmm.
going to be a retard or a schizo or something. It's like all of these factors too, and most people are fucking causing this shit. Like that's the how will this affect you, dude? Just let her get fucked, okay? How does this affect you, dude?
Yeah. Well, it's the obsession with the treatment instead of prevention. Like, because, prevention is, you need to do some things to do prevention, okay? While treatment is like, oh, someone will cure you, don't worry. Someone else will cure you, right? But prevention, you yourself have to do. Nobody can do prevention for you. So that's why people love uh, the treatment side so much and refuse to do the, preventive side. Even though it is better and you're gonna spare every yourself and everyone really a huge amount of, you know,
Yeah,
stress.
well, that's the same thing with the stabby stab, right? It's kind of the same thing. Like why would I like try to boost my immune system by sleeping well, like eating a healthy diet, getting vitamin D from the sun? Like, oh, well, I can just fucking treat myself with the thing. It's kind of the treatment in this case, kind of like a prevention, but it's equivalent, you can say.
Well, it doesn't prevent. I mean, clearly it's not a preventive.
Yeah, well,
It was supposed to be, but they conceded that it
yeah,
isn't. So
it's so funny, like
now it's a treatment.
unbelievable shit. I mean, everyone said it before, but it's still unbelievable how not stabby stabs those stabs are, and they are a different thing. That's something completely different, but let's do the equivocation fallacy and use the same word. So now, when people defend this stuff, they use arguments from another thing that is okay. Yeah, let's do that trick. Yeah, let's also change some definitions so that this thing can be included in. In the other word, yeah. unbelievable shit. Like the people who aren't seeing it yet, you're gone. You're far gone. It's over.
Yeah, it is. It truly is. But anyways, that is probably enough for today. It's usually 1 hour and a half. Shit, man. My interest gonna go away. So
Oh my god.
yes. So have a Merry Christmas. Hope no lunatics make the season very bad for you in the meantime. Any Rosen boys, stay away from the Rosen boys.
Yeah.
Don't relax.
Well,
Don't relax in the
you
season.
know what you know what to do now. The precedent has been set, right?
Really? What's the precedent, sir?
Well, the precedent is you can do self-defense, or you can defend yourself. You stand a chance.
Yeah, so yes, in this season, don't lower your guard, and if you have to defend yourself, defend yourself. So you can survive till the new year, and